And I truly believe in Bashars' formula, following your excitement with no insistence on the outcome. For example, right now, I can feel that I'm a little bit more excited of taking the shirt off because it's warm. It's the little excitements that raise our vibration that get us to the next excitement. It opens our channels. I grew up with limiting beliefs as a lot of other people. And over time, I learned through applying myself to break those beliefs. I used to drive Uber,
driving Lyft,
and worked with kids and did all kinds of jobs. But I was already very spiritual. I followed my excitement, did the formula of Bashar, following my excitement with no insistence on the outcome. I went to Abraham Hicks workshops. I went to a lot of spiritual workshops and I meditated. So I already brought love into everything I did. And that already brought me happiness. But I was also looking for putting my blueprint in the world. Like everybody wants to express themselves, right? Everybody wants to have a bigger platform. Well, a lot of you want to have a bigger platform where you can express your voice. And that's what I was looking for. The funny thing is, it sort of almost happened by accident because I was following the formula of Bashar, which is following your excitement with no insistence on the outcome. I didn't know necessarily what was the big excitement, what was my purpose, as many want to say it. And if you look around, there's a lot of college students right now, and some of them know their purpose. Some of them think, oh, what should I do? Some of them are like, did I use the right subject here in school, and will I do this forever? And I truly believe in Bashars' formula, following your excitement with no insistence on the outcome. Because some people are like, oh, I need this big excitement. Do I need this big excitement, right? For example, right now, even for me, I can feel that I'm a little bit more excited of taking the shirt off because it's warm. It's the little excitements that raise our vibration that get us to the next excitement. It opens our channels. It opens our clarity to see the next steps. So you don't have to know your big excitement. You don't. Your little excitements connect you to your big excitements in life. But you have to apply it. And it's so wonderful when you do and remind yourself to do that. So this is exactly what I did. Even when I was on the kids' parties, I was a kids' entertainer in schools, and I always found the excitement, the joy, playing with the children, doing games, etc. I found the excitement when I was driving Uber because it was more excited for me to have great conversations about spirituality, or even flirt with girls in the car was sometimes more exciting. It's those moments that resonate with you, that raise your vibration, give you the excitement, and then something opens in your brain. Something opens in your brain where you find more excitements, and you don't know why you choose those little paths. You're just like, oh, I like this. And one day I was like, there was this app called, it was first Musical.ly and it became TikTok at some point. And I was like, I don't know what it is, but I really want to make TikTok videos. And it started actually with Vine. Here's a funny thing. If you guys remember Vine, it was this 6-second app. And you had to create 6-second stories. And I thought it was so fascinating because I saw Logan Paul and Jake Paul do these 6-second stories that make sense. And I was like, they make stories in 6 seconds. I want to try that. So I literally started, and I didn't have any followers. And guess what? What's so funny? I never got any followers on Vine, I think. Never. But I started doing it anyway. And it got from no followers on Vine to now over 1 million followers in general on platforms. But it started with Vine because I followed my excitement and I did funny comedy videos on Vine that I enjoyed. And I loved it so much that even when Vine stopped, they canceled Vine, you were able to use the app and use the 6-second, and I put them on Instagram. So I got better at 6-second storytelling, better and better. And I didn't know why I kept doing it. I kept doing it. I loved it. I kept making YouTube videos. I didn't get that many views. I kept making Instagram. I didn't get that many views, but I got better. I got better. I got better. It was almost like the universe trained me to get better at what I do. And then TikTok came out where they gave us 15 to 30 seconds. So I already had the training. Life trained me to do 6-second vines. And of course I get better then at 30 seconds, 15 seconds, and I kept following my excitement. And I didn't know it would end up being like a mental health coach, relationship coach, because I started just filming everything when I was driving Uber, when I was with kids, that excited me with the TikToks. And over time, these things blew up, and over time it morphed into dating advice at first, then spiritual advice, mental health advice, and over the years, it created this whole spectrum of things that I'm talking about and I'm successful for. But I didn't know that it would end here. I didn't know. I never set out to become a coach. I always only coached myself, but I followed my excitement. And I truly believe that when you follow your excitement moment by moment, if you believe it or not, you get better at the skills that you're making. I truly believe that the formula follow your excitement works. So step by step, this was my passion. And over time, if you follow it, you will build the skills to get better. Like I got better with the 6 seconds Vines into the TikToks and then the Instagrams. So the story here is that follow those excitement. The formula is follow your highest excitement with no insistence on the outcome. And no insistence on the outcome is important because many people start a channel, they have an insistence on the outcome. Oh, I need to get all these views. And then they build resistance in their body. They build this strong resistance in their body, and then they stop because they have an insistence on the outcome and they think they should know how things look like. But if you have no insistence on the outcome, if you're just like, oh, I do it for the joy of it, I follow my excitement, it's in so many teachings to be in the present moment and enjoy the present moment, right? Then you keep going longer. And a lot of times the difference between success and failure is just the consistency. So many people will tell you, there's creators who made 300, 1,000 videos before one video blew up. What kept them going? A lot of time it was just like, I still love that, the joy of it. They kept going because I truly believe if you hate something you do, how long are you gonna keep going? So follow the the trail of following your excitement, and it will open something up. At the same time, I still believe in hybrid thinking. Let me explain hybrid thinking. Don't just put all your eggs in one basket. Yes, follow your excitement, but honor your belief systems, is what Bashars also talks about. So don't just quit your job because you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna follow my excitement now. At the same time, if you think something makes sense, like learning sales, learning skills on social media, do that as well, but do it with an exciting attitude. And maybe look for the creators on YouTube that you resonate with the most, where you learn the most. But take out the insistence on the outcome because it's lowering your vibration and it gives you too much resistance. We have an instinct in our body, we have an intuition. And everything in nature, if we take out the resistance, it works fine. That's why people with burnout and overthinking get mental health and physical health problems, because they are creating that resistance. And especially when you spend so much time inside of your head. Many people think they burn out because they do too much work. A lot of times the reason is because they spend so much time inside of their head, and then the brain gives them more thoughts. And then it becomes this overwhelming cycle, and you create so much resistance. So it's those tools that you can find, and they're very unique to you. Bashars talks about this. It's like in the moment, a certain music, a certain podcast, but don't think in right or wrong, because don't think what society thinks is right or wrong. Think what uniquely to you fills up your joy. Some people would say, oh, you can't listen to hip-hop music, you can't listen to hip-hop music because it has negative things in there. You don't have to listen to the language. Like, yeah, if you listen to what they say, it's pretty dumb, most of these songs. But if the beat and kind of the attitude hypes you up, then that gives you more of a feeling of fulfillment, and you raise your vibrations, so to say, and you have more energy to do your work, you have more energy to do your business. So that's really a unique process. And you really want to start thinking about it and start thinking for yourself. That's one thing that I teach the most. It's like become your own authority. Start thinking for yourself. Stop thinking that how other people did it is the way to do it. You can find your own way that lights you up, that makes you feel alive. And it's really those certain tools. And you create an atmosphere then, it's like a garden. You create an atmosphere underneath that's a nurturing garden, and the garden is going to grow, 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 grow. And guess what? When you grow the garden, at some point the garden is grown and you get the fruits. You are supported by the garden in the end. That's a lesson that I wanted to teach you guys today. Let me know if you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have more questions about that. I loved giving examples of my own journey, and I'm excited to see you guys next time.